Hello, I'm Jay, a university student majoring in journalism from Korea. First of all, I'd like to share why I decided to take this class by intertwining it with my experiences. When I was attending university in Korea, I worked at the school newspaper. I was fortunate enough to hold the position of chief editor and lead other journalists. At the time, I was 21 years old, and perhaps because of that, I don't think I performed the role of a leader well. Looking back now, I realize there were many areas where I lacked. When people major in media, they don't work alone. We work with others. This made me wonder and worry about what kind of person I could be in a group where I might lead or simply work alongside many people in the future. Therefore, I decided to participate in this class to learn about the qualities that a person who can contribute to a team should possess. The biggest thing I gained from this class is understanding who I am. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't know what kind of person I should be in a particular group. In other words, I lacked self-awareness, but I learned a lot through various tests. Through the PAMS and MBTI tests assigned as assignments, I discovered that I'm someone who is more capable of considering others than I anticipated. By scoring the highest in the PAMS test and resonating with the items I scored high on, I realized that I am someone who helps enhance others' morale. I learned that I can recognize the strengths of others and suggest how to utilize those strengths effectively. The MBTI test also revealed that I am systematic and perfectionistic, but at the same time, I'm also empathetic, which enables me to empathize well with others. I believe such qualities of being able to assess others are important in both leadership and followership. Therefore, I came to realize that I am a necessary presence in any group, not just as a leader. Thus, I learned about self-awareness and the skill of motivating others. I also learned a lot through the activities we did in class. The activity we did in the second week, Who to Fire, left a strong impression on me. It was an activity where we had to choose the least necessary person in our group. Ultimately, we did choose one person, but I learned a lot during the process of discussing with the instructor. It was impressive to consider the strengths and difficulties of each employee, and if I were a leader, to think about what advice I could give them and how I could help them resolve their problems. Additionally, in the activity Prioritizing Actions in a Hurricane, I learned a lot from sharing opinions with other students. We are social creatures, and in our lives, there are constant situations where we listen to others and compromise our opinion. It was important in this activity to share what each of us considered most important and to find out our common ground and understand why others had different opinions and whether there were any changes in ourselves after hearing others' opinion. These activities were times when we applied the virtues of leadership we had learned so far in practical situations. Before taking this class, I only thought of a leader as someone in a lonely position, someone who makes final decisions, develops subordinate opinions, etc. But through this class, I learned that a leader, as a social being who lives with other members, is a much more sociable figure, such as someone who can motivate others by recognizing their strengths. Therefore, I feel much less burdened by the idea of being in a leadership position than before. And I believe that I can effectively utilize my strengths of taking care of others well in any group I join in the future. Moving forward, I want to be a person who reflects on myself through self-awareness and develops. If I develop, the team will naturally develop as well. I learned a lot in these 4 weeks. Thank you for listening.